Hey guys, today's video is brought to you by the letter G. G is for guilt. I'm going to talk about guilt today. Thank you for the suggestion. I decided I'm going to try and do these maybe in the morning because by the evening time, I'm just way too exhausted these days. And hey, maybe it'll help to do in the morning. So it's day 31. And I remember someone saying after like my first few videos, they said, "Oh, it's going to be hilarious to watch you deteriorate over time." And that's kind of how I feel. I mean, I barely like brushed my hair for you guys today, but I know you wouldn't judge me. And yeah, lack of sleep and stress and all that kind of stuff is definitely starting to catch up. I was up at 4 a.m. yesterday. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning, and Liam wasn't like he wasn't up until 6 a.m. But anyway, progress 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Hopefully tomorrow I can sleep until 6 maybe. So guilt, is this something that I never really had too much of before I became a parent? And then it's like mom guilt to have it 24/7, feel like you're never quite doing enough for your kids or your work. And, as a single mom, that's just exacerbated, which is my favorite new word, by the way. I'm kind of using it way too much these days. Um, so guilt during a pandemic. I saw this something on Facebook early days, and it said it's okay not to be productive during a global bleeping pandemic. And I've gone back to that so many times. And it's really hard because, I mean, I'm spending way more time on social media than I ever did. I mean, not even close. And also, I'm surrounded by, in my network, a lot of overachievers. So there's a lot of people who are learning a new instrument right now. Um, yeah, you know what? I'm happy for them. I don't think any of these people have children, definitely not young children. And you know what? Like, great, that's fantastic. But and it was on my list at some point. I mean, my God, you may recall some of my early videos. I was gonna write my book, and I was going to like record some music and all sorts of things. And it's like, yeah, I don't think that's happening. So it's okay to not be learning a new instrument or a new language, as some people are doing. And I know there's a lot of angst about, I have all this extra time because we do, one way or another, we have extra time. We're not going out and doing the same things. And it's okay. Like, your only job is to survive. And if you're surviving, then job done. If you are, I mean, my main focus has always been my mental health. And it's a struggle. It's a challenge. It's a daily challenge. Sometimes it's an hourly challenge. And, that's kind of why I'm doing this video. And, I definitely have no goals. I did at the beginning. And now it's just getting harder and harder, especially I think with kids and with work and all sorts of things, trying to juggle all sorts of things. So I didn't even really have any fitness goals. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna, just try and get fit. I mean, my main goal was to get regular exercise because I know that's great for my mental health, and to not overly binge on food or alcohol or drugs, which are things that I enjoy. But again, thinking about my mental health. And so that's it. That's pretty much all I'm doing. And my fantasy my fantasy is sleeping and watching Netflix. And and I know a lot of people, they're doing a lot of that right now, and they're kind of binging on it, and they're kind of bored and all that. And I'm like, oh man, that would be fantastic. So guilt. It's a really quite a useless motion. Gets us nowhere, gets us nothing. And so, how do we kind of deal with this guilt? I mean, the only way I know how is just to let it go, to just sort of accept and recognize your situation. And if your situation is, that you're surviving and that you're, just kind of maintaining, and that if you're not sick and your family and friends are not sick, that's success. That is absolutely success. It is a global pandemic. We are in a global lockdown. This is unprecedented, and we don't need to be doing things. We don't need to be, I mean, if you are, great, good for you. But we absolutely don't need to, and we don't need that additional pressure on ourselves. We don't need that additional stress on ourselves. I mean, I'm sure you've been reading and hearing a lot about the COVID dreams, how we're all having these crazy, intense dreams. It doesn't matter what your situation is, there is a constant level of stress and anxiety and worry. Um, and it's constant, and so don't underestimate that. It's wearing us down. And so if you can barely get out of your pajamas or barely get out of bed, makes sense. It's a pandemic. You can worry about all your life goals later. So I would just say survival and mental health, and do what you can. And that's probably going to be my next video, in terms of kind of an interesting approach to do what you can. um this book happens to be here. I'm at my mom's desk, and the progress principle, and is using small wins to ignite joy. It's also engagement, creativity at work. Well, we're not going to focus on that, but small wins. And like, for some people, the small win is, I didn't gain 20 pounds, I only gained 18. That's a win. Or a small win might be, like, I brushed my hair today. That's a win. So let us just really let's take it easy on ourselves and give ourselves a pass. Like, it's okay. You can just chill and do nothing for days, or, whatever that looks like. So guilt, let's try and not let it get us down. And yeah, looking forward to sharing more thoughts with you guys. This is great. It's morning time, so now I feel like a little tiny bit more energy to deal with the rest of my day, and maybe a little bit of inspiration to do something with my hair before I talk to clients. Have a good day. Bye.